Well, I've got to call out a couple people here. I know we've had this discussion before, but you got to see it play out on social media. A guy who was on a beach in Miami, and he's laying there on his back on a towel, and there are two young girls in bikinis in the water, and somebody notices that he is filming them. And, of course, now people want to step up, and then there's somebody filming the person that's confronting the guy that's filming. So this is what our society is like now. And I'm sure there was somebody filming the people that was filming the guy that was yelling at the guy that was filming the girls.
And they saw all that from the camera, the security camera.
Yeah, somebody had a drone and was watching that. Yeah. So that's really what our society is like right now. It's actually really insane.
It's full coverage.
Just know as soon as you leave your house, you're being filmed.
You're on. Honestly, you walk onto the set of a TV show now.
You really do.
Yeah. And tell me if you like the approach that they did. They noticed this guy doing that, and then they confront him.
Look at this pervert. I'm recording these little girls in the water.
He comes up and confronts the guy and makes him delete the photos from his phone, and then has him go into the deleted section and delete them from there so he can't retrieve them later.
All right. I mean, I applaud the efforts.
But if here's the sad part. If the guy with the phone called the police and said this guy made me delete my photos, the guy that made him delete the photos is going to get in trouble.
I was wondering that because I thought, okay, I could see myself in a situation where sometimes I am just recording nature or something that I'm seeing, and maybe you're not paying attention to the full view. And if somebody's watching what I'm filming, like this guy might have been, and coincidentally, there might be somebody in there and they think that I'm actually doing it to try to record them, be like, no, I'm just actually recording the ocean.
You wouldn't be doing this. I saw the video. It was very blatant. He was zooming in on the girls' butts.
Well,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you would never do this.
So if you're in a public place, and it sucks because there's creepos out there that get away with a lot of creepy stuff. If they're doing nothing where they're harassing you, going up to you, going underneath your skirt, invading in your space, if they're in a public spot, the law says they can film you. And if you are a person that's
the law says you can do an upskirt video.
No. I'm saying if you're not doing any of that, and you're just out in public, the law says you are able to film out in public. It gets different if it's a private place. If you're in a restaurant somewhere and they say we don't want you to film, well, that's their right to say that because they're that's a private establishment right there.
Yeah.
It gets where you're at a beach, where you're at a park, where you can't control what people film, and if you go up and say delete that video and you touch his equipment, the creepy guy can now get you to get in trouble, which really does suck.
Yeah. Well, we've had this discussion a lot because I think there's just that gray area, and I think this in a way falls in that. Now, I hadn't seen the part of the video where he's zooming in on the girls and things like that.
It's clear he's videoing their butts.
Yeah, and that isn't right.
He's not trying to video the ocean.
But I could see somebody, I'm surprised he put up no fight, and I was surprised at that because I could see somebody be like, I'm not filming these girls or whatever,
and that does happen. There are videos like that.
Or even then saying, you can't make me delete anything. And he went along with it, and at least in the video, he deleted everything.
There's a lot of confusion with the law and what you can and cannot film out in public.
It's the Wild West.
It is, and it does suck because creepos get away with a lot, man. And it does. There was that one story we had where the guy was doing the same thing. I think it was even a news story. A little girl was playing in front of one of those water fountains. He was
doing, water park.
Doing the same thing, zooming in and all that.
And she was much younger than these girls in this video.
And they let him go.
Well, there could be a part of it too. And now look, I think with anything, you just kind of get the sense where enough's enough. Let's say that you're just making a video and you're trying to show people enjoying the park, and it just so happens, there's a little kid that's enjoying the park, and you want to get that part of the video.
It's not illegal.
That you're showing. Yeah, well, and to me, part of the concern is I could see myself putting together a video where I'm just trying to capture people and somebody confronts you and says, are you filming? Be like, well, I'm just trying to film people enjoying the park.
And then if you didn't give up your phone, you wouldn't have to give up your phone. And look, I don't want people to think I'm defending the creepo. I'm just saying there's laws out there that defend the creepos.
This just gets into a messy situation when we start confronting other people about something we deem them to be filming and then are forcing them to delete photos and videos that they're making on their phone. I can see that getting really messy.
Totally.
Oh yeah.
It's the Wild West.
Well,
Yeah.
there was somebody texting one time at the food court. They were just texting, and sometimes you text and your phone is up and you're texting. I saw they were only texting. Someone called them out and said, "Stop filming me," because I'm not filming you. I'm texting somebody.
Yeah, right.
And it looked. I mean, from her point of view, it could have looked like he
Right.
was filming. He wasn't filming. He was
Sure.
texting his friend.
Well, that'd be a tactic that people would use if they were trying to secretly film somebody. They'd act like they're on the phone. I've seen people doing that where they try to act like they're talking to somebody.
Oh yeah.
And they're actually just filming.
I've done that.
Right. So I
When
mean,
I'm trying to take a picture of a celebrity, that's what I do.
yeah, these boundaries are a little bit blurry on things.
Well, there's big issues in gyms now where
Yeah.
these people are filming. You got the TikTokers setting up pretty much a whole camera set, and then they get mad. Someone walks in their shot. You're like, no, that's not how this works.
Right.
This isn't your set. This is a gym.
Yeah, it's causing some issues. So I would assume that the guy on that beach is a creepy dude and the right thing happened and he probably is a trash human. But, you never know.
Did they dox him completely? Like, can you
Oh,
see
you can
his
see him,
face?
absolutely. He's
Oh, yeah.
completely doxxed.
Oh, no, they'll ruin them on the internet.
Yeah. And that video, obviously, if you saw it, it's going around.
And a lot of times that's what happens is sometimes if the law doesn't get involved or if they can't and there's not enough there, the people with the video will dox them and have just the internet
Yeah.
do their work as they'll say, internet, do your work.
Do your job.
Yeah, do your job.
Do your job, TikTok.
Now, the other video I saw, there is no gray area whatsoever on this. You can't explain your way out of this one. There is a guy in a restaurant in Miami-Dade, and he's walking out with a huge tray of food, this waiter is. Some guy walks in the door as the waiter is waiting his turn to go out, and this guy grabs one of the plates on the edge of the tray and yanks down on it, and the whole tray of food just goes splatting on the floor.
Why would he do that?
Probably
Trash human. I'm like, why would you do that? Exactly. Because a good human would be like, why would you do that? You've just wasted the food, created the misery, you made people waiting for their food. Now they're gonna have to wait. And what does that person say? Because it looks like it's the waiter's fault. And you can tell from this video, and probably what happened, somebody got in the waiter's face. He's like, no, this guy grabbed a plate and yanked my tray down. And you can clearly see in this video that Denny's running on KVJ TV, this guy doing that.
The guy that yanked the tray, was he the one filming to get like a prank video going?
No, the video itself looked like it was just a security camera from the restaurant. So it would probably tell me that the waiter told his boss, because his boss realizes he's got an upset table now. He's got food that's all over the floor. You got a cleanup issue. And
He's
the
like,
waiter's
what happened?
like, this shouldn't be on me.
Right.
Somebody went out of their way and did something that is not normal, grabbed the tray and yanked it to the ground.
What a douche.
Well, that's just it.
Do we know who that guy is? Have they zoomed in on his face?
You can see him pretty clearly, so
They'll get him.
it would be one. Hey,
Internet, do your
job.
job. Miami, TikTok, come
That's
on.
right. Take care of it.
Dox this guy.
So what are the things where there is no gray area? Because sometimes you can debate, as we often do. Be like, yeah, I'm entitled to that, man. I'm not wrong. I'm not bad. I don't think you're entitled to yank a waiter's tray to the ground.
Never.
That's a black and white kind of issue there. There is no debating that whatsoever. Unfortunately, we see plenty of examples, and social media really seems to emphasize the trashy humans over the ones that are really good. It seems like for every good human story, we get about 10 to 100 or 1,000 trashy humans.
I saw it not that long ago, a couple weeks ago, and I immediately thought, trashy. It was a woman smoking a cigarette with 3 kids in the car, and all the windows seemed to be pretty much up
Right.
and just blow. And it was a straight up cigarette.
Put them in a big old cancer box.
We know you're not supposed to do
Well,
that.
it just as soon as I saw it, it stands out. So it's so abnormal looking now. I go, trashy.
Right, yeah.
This ain't 1978 when that was done on the reg.
Oh, you could smoke your ciggies, blow them in your kid's face, and smack your kid and call it a day.
Yeah.
The golden years.
And the law said, hey, you're good.
No seatbelts either.
Up to 0 seatbelts.
Well, the most recent example that we just talked about of a trash human was the guy in the Miami restaurant that walked by the waiter with the full tray, grabbed on the plate, and pulled it to the ground, spilling all the food and everything in with that. So as I started thinking about what is it that makes you a trash human, you can almost put these into categories. Like when you're looking in the restaurant world, there's a lot of things that you can do to be really douchey at a restaurant. or even before you get to the restaurant. One thing I think definitely symbolizes you're a trash human: when you leave fake reviews just to sabotage a business.
Oh my gosh, yes. And if you go and look on somebody's profile and it says they have a bunch of hate reviews for a bunch of different places, that tells you everything you need to know about that person. Everywhere they go, they're disappointed and it's terrible. You're the problem.
I knew a case where this person was in the restaurant business and was going through a bad breakup, and the person that was scorned got all of their friends, all of their family, and they went on an attack to try to destroy this restaurant.
Yeah.
At that point, you gotta just, I don't know.
Yeah, look, I mean, hey, if you legitimately got bad service or the food was terrible, whatever, that's fine. But if
No.
you're just doing it to sabotage somebody, that ain't cool.
There was an army sent out to destroy.
Yeah.
Just know that all that bad energy will come back to you. The hardest you work to destroy somebody, the universe will give that back to you, love.
I wish it worked that way.
I think it does.
I got days where I think it might, and then I got days where I got. There's some people that go to the urn or the grave that got away with bloody murder.
Sometimes revenge is a long game. Just remember that.
I agree. And when maybe something happens after they leave this planet.
Oh, yeah. Straight to hell, Kevin.
Straight to hell, huh?
Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. You got a hot ass elevator, a elevator to hell.
Oh, that guy that knocked down that waiter's tray. Straight to hell.
Straight to
right.
hell. But
Ano-
dox him first.
Another video I've seen in the last week was the woman who ordered her meal, ate about 90% of it, and then demanded a refund saying it wasn't good.
There's a lot of those out there.
Please, girl. You are everything wrong with society.
There's a lot of those videos where they'll eat everything but one bite, and the person working there always goes, "Well, you ate pretty much the whole thing." Yeah, but I didn't enjoy it.
Unbelievable, right? You see a lot of this. Traffic is another place where you see a lot of trash humans, people who are tailgating other people. Somebody who doesn't let you merge into traffic when that's the way that traffic needs to go is you got to allow people to merge, or you get gridlock, and there's that one person that's just a complete douche and thinks they're winning if they don't let anybody merge.
And I forget too, but when you really break it down, traffic in general is just one big powder keg. You have all people on the road. You have no one knows anybody.
Yeah.
You don't know if they're having a bad day, a great day, if they're on drugs or high on goofballs. You have no idea.
They just got broke up with and they're
Yes.
angry and they want to take it out on somebody.
They just got a meal and there's no cheese on their burger, and their girlfriend is,
They ate 90% of the meal, though.
but they didn't enjoy it.
And the one that you can tell every time, where you've got that parking lot and the person with the really nice car, and they take up 2 spaces because they want a huge buffer on either side
Oh,
of
yes.
their car.
The douche buffer.
Okay, so that's why they do it. I was wondering that. I saw a car. It wasn't even that big. Easily could have fit in one space with room. Took up 2 spaces, and I go, why are they doing that?
I don't want you dinging my car, peasant in your Jeep.
Well, I don't want you
it's-
shopping with me, ding-a-ling.
It's typically intentional when you see that the line is down the center of their car.
Right.
That's when it's done intentionally. Now, sometimes you may wind up in a situation, I've had that, where everybody else parked terribly and there's only one spot. And then you're rooting that those cars are still there when you get back, because if they move, it looks like you're the terrible parker.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But the one you're talking about, the
It's
douche,
obvious.
it's because they don't want to get dinged. Is that what it is?
There are 3 signs. They have a very nice car. They're right over the line, and they back in. Those are the 3 things. I'm like, okay, I know that was done intentionally.
And they also think they're better than you.
There's someone listening
probably
right.
are, but
There's someone listening right now that does all those things and think we are so wrong.
If you do that move all the way in the back of the parking lot where there's no cars whatsoever and there's never any cars on the right or left of you, I'm fine with that. It's the person that pulls that move where the white line is down the middle of their car and they do it like in the main part of the parking
Yeah,
lot.
where everyone's at.
Yeah, you are a douche and you deserve whatever I pour on your car or whatever bird poops on your car.
And we are not shocked if you've got truck nards. We're not shocked by it.
This is how we do. It's the KVJ Show.